everybody. How are you? I hope you are all very well. Thank you for joining me today. Welcome, welcome, welcome. It is Friday. It's bonfire night tomorrow in where I am, which is very, very exciting. Where in the world are you listening in from? Drop a comment below so I can say hello when you join me. Say where you're watching from. I love this fact that we can connect via social media from all around the world. It's just incredible, isn't it? Anyway, today, welcome. I wanted to do a training especially for you on mastering your money mindset. Hello, 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 and welcome. So for those of you that I have yet to meet, my name is Louisa. I'm a holistic life coach, and today we are talking about mastering your money mindset. And what we're going to do is we're going to talk about your money story. We're going to talk about identifying your limiting beliefs and how you do that, and limiting beliefs that are holding you back. And then I'm going to share a wealth consciousness practice that you can do right away. You can do it, start doing it right now to start changing your money story and getting you into alignment with a money story that actually serves you, a money story that serves you and your family and the community around you. And because I have the privilege of talking with many, many women each week, and so often the biggest block that they're facing in their life is a lack of money. And it is this lack of money that is reducing their choices in life. It's keeping them stuck in jobs that they don't like that they don't like. It's creating pressure in relationships, impacting their health and overall enjoyment in life. Does this resonate with you? I've been there around 5 years ago, or a bit longer. I was feeling the pinch from the public sector, having had pay freezes for what felt like forever. And I felt like I was working harder and actually getting poorer because the cost of living was going up and my children were getting older, which of course means their costs were increasing, and my pay was staying the same. And so after a while of pressure and increasing debt, I decided to take action, take control and give myself a pay rise. And that's when I started my health and wellness franchise and wellness coaching, and built that alongside my full-time job. And I had also started investing in coaching and mentoring for myself, and really understanding that I could control what I thought, and therefore I could control what I created in my life. Because most of us at some point, or many of us, struggle with feeling unsuccessful, feeling unfulfilled with our work, and insecure in our finances. And it is so true that financial abundance goes hand in hand with personal fulfillment. But we've never been taught how to achieve financial abundance doing what we love. Have you ever felt like that? Like achieving financial abundance, doing work that fulfills you, something that actually only, select few people can do, but you can't experience that. And I know so many of you have tried working harder, longer, you've changed jobs, even careers, but still financial security seemed out of reach. And even success, when it does come, it's not always fulfilling. And of course, it's exhausting. The whole process is exhausting. So let's stop this exhausting cycle, because the cycle continues until, finally you end up feeling resigned to dreams that are so small that they're barely sustaining you. I find it so interesting that when I first speak to people and invite them to dream big, often their first dream is actually just a let's get by without it being exhausting dream. It's not really the one that they would have desired for themselves as a little girl. People think it's not possible. So when I ask clients about why they don't make as much money as they want, I hear them say things like, I'm just no good with money, I've reached the limit of my earning potential, my ceiling, or I'm doing great and it would be greedy to want more, or I should be earning more but I'm afraid it would cost me too much, in terms of health or relationships, or my partner takes care of our money, or I'm just afraid to even look at my finances. Well, some people even say that money just isn't that important to me, or I have a good life and I should just be happy with that. I often hear I'm smart, driven, but I just can't seem to break through to the next level. And some people say, it doesn't actually matter why you believe that you don't earn enough. Actually, what it is because whatever you come up with, it isn't true. And it just doesn't have to be that way, because we pick up our beliefs from our parents' relationship with money when we were children. And what if that could just all be in the past? And what if starting right now, you could begin following an entirely new path, doing work that you love, that fully supports you, your life and your future. And you can get on that path now, a path that if you continue to follow, it will completely change your entire experience around work, money, personal fulfillment, and and so much more. So let's talk about your money story from your parents. What was your parents' relationship to money and their beliefs? I want you to explore the relationship your parents had to money. What things did they used to say to you? What things didn't they say, but you learned from their behaviour? And what things do you remember happening to them whilst you were a child? Do this. I want you to do this for your father, and I want you to do this for your mother. Hi, Andrea. Thanks for joining us. And it could sound like this. For example, my mother used to say things like, money is the root of all evil, and rich people are greedy. And I also discovered when I did this work that being told the story of Jesus throwing out the merchants from the temple for selling their wares was a sin, and that money was a sin. So what do you think that did to my mindset growing up? How do you think this has played out in my adult life? So this is so important. This is why it's so important to spend some time on reflection here. Dig really deep and spend this time here, so you can journal this out. Take some, you'll need about at least 10 to 15 minutes to really start thinking about this. And of course, once you start thinking about this, other stuff will come up because your brain started working. Who else was important in your life growing up? I want you to think about what was their money story. So I want you to do this for them as well. And as you begin to unpick the thoughts and beliefs that you took on as a child around money, then think, what is the story that you're telling yourself now? What do you think to yourself? So what is your excuse that you're using to keep yourself stuck, keep yourself where you are now? So it could be things like, right now I'm in debt. I don't own a car. I have to work hard to make ends meet. And what we're doing now is we're beginning to peel back the onion layers to find the stories. Find the stories that we have, the stories and the beliefs that we've told ourselves and that you're carrying. And as adults who are in control of our own lives, we don't have to carry these stories anymore, so we can release them. So what I want us to do is to build on this now. Because funnily enough, with limiting beliefs, it's whilst people can achieve incredible stuff with the energy work I do, and it's often life-changing, but most people are actually surprised by how natural and stress-free the process feels, because as a result of the process, people are actually finally able to release these limiting beliefs that have been holding them back for so long. And without those obstacles standing in their way, then they are able to gain positive forward momentum faster and so much more easily than before. So are you ready? Are you ready to dramatically start improving your financial success and personal fulfillment? Because the two, go hand in hand. And if you've been through tough times, or perhaps if you're currently going through tough times, you'll know exactly what I mean, because financial stress just adds so much pressure to our everyday lives, clouding our ability to feel free and fulfilled, healthy and energized. So I want you to stop to think about your finances right now. How do you feel that they limit you? If you're feeling brave, share in the comments below, because it may help somebody else who's watching this as well. So pop a comment below or make a note in your journal. How have your finances affected your happiness, your sense of well-being, sense of personal fulfillment? How have they impacted your relationships? personally speaking, it wasn't until I took a look at what was going on internally that I realized I'd been stuck for so long. So that's why I know it's so important. And when I did that, I discovered that my beliefs around money, work, in myself, rich people, what it would take to be successful, and oh God, so much more, they were actually dictating my life. So for the first time, I understood how much my own beliefs were limiting the amount of financial success and personal fulfillment that I could experience. And that realization, God, it was a huge turning point for me. It was the moment when I began to understand that only I can change my life, once I change my beliefs. So that's why I know how it's so important. As important as my realization was, that alone could never have transformed my life, because you need to transform your energy. So it's your energy and your mindset. And you can do this using tapping techniques or the energy alignment method, which is what I use. Because, well, the truth is, even when you know your limiting beliefs are standing in your way, transforming them isn't always just about force feeding yourself positive beliefs. I am a huge believer in positive thinking, but just thinking positive thoughts often isn't sufficient to overwrite limiting beliefs in a deep and lasting way, because we're like onions, aren't we? And the fact is, beliefs around money, success and happiness are so deeply ingrained that they look and feel like the truth. They're often connected to deep emotions and sometimes to old buried memories. And until we're able to access these deeper roots of our beliefs, transforming them can feel a bit like pushing a boulder up a hill. I like fast results. So let me know if this relates, and if this relates to you. And the truth is, in order for positive beliefs to support you in living the abundant and fulfilling life that you want and deserve, you have to truly believe them, not just mentally, but emotionally, as well as on that subconscious level. And one of the fastest and most powerful ways to access the deeper roots of your beliefs and information that's stored in your subconscious mind is through the body. And that's what makes energy techniques so powerful. They don't just stuff new positive beliefs down your throat, hoping that your subconscious is going to just pick them up and follow suit. Instead, the techniques that I do guide you towards a time-tested process of transformation that's both deeper and faster, so that what you do is you release old limiting beliefs and become mentally and emotionally invested in new and more empowering beliefs. And then, of course, once that happens, your entire life begins to transform with your new empowering beliefs as deeply ingrained as your old ones once were. So then your experience around work, money, success, fulfillment naturally begin to support the abundant and fulfilling life that you want and deserve. So the first step in this process of transforming your limiting beliefs is identifying them. So that's what we're going to do today. So even if you think you already know what they are, and I've got a list of the most common beliefs, and if there is enough interest, pop a me please in the comments, and I'll get the list out to you and send it out to you, if you're on my mailing list. And I urge you to take the time to go through this list of disempowering beliefs one at a time, and be really honest with yourself about how true each belief feels. And I want to stress the word feels, because that's where you get a true measurement. You might have a conscious positive thinking belief of, I don't know, I'm a good saleswoman, but when you stop and read that statement aloud and feel it in your body, you might suddenly feel the truth of, that subconsciously, as you think something like, oh, no, I'm not, who am I kidding? I never get good results. And that gut feeling that comes up is the true measurement of actually what you believe. I can see Andrea's popped a comment here. Let's have a little look to see what you're saying. Let's see if I can. Thank you for sharing, Andrea. So I'm just reading this now. Any help, please? I meditate, read, affirm, still can't break through. So I hope you're listening to this, Andrea. We're working on the stories that we've been told by our parents. And if you jumped on just after I started talking about that, then go back and play that on the replay. But yeah, absolutely. So what you're sharing there is around working long hours, hard work, never breaking through, never earning enough, no matter how hard you try. Absolutely. So this is going to be invaluable for you. I'm so excited for you. So let's talk more about beliefs, and we will work on these for you, Andrea. So as you go through this process, what I want you to do is to make sure you read each statement aloud or internally. Obviously you don't have the space because of other people around you, but I want you to feel it in your body and feel how true each statement feels to you. So, and Andrea, let me know if you'd like the list of the beliefs, because I've got loads of beliefs that you can work through to get you started on this path. So pop a me, please, if you'd like the list, and we'll get it to you. And after you've gone through the process of identifying your limiting beliefs, then you can release the belief through the energy work. So this could be through tapping, access consciousness, or energy alignment method. That's the one that I use. And then align yourself with feeling to the positive belief. So let's get started. So some of them could sound like making more money means working longer hours. Could be, I've never been lucky like that. I'm too busy trying to break even. It could be money stresses me out. Money is dirty. Could be I don't deserve a lot of money. Rich people are fake. I've heard of this a lot. I don't need a lot of money. Or if I make more money, my friends or family won't like me. So what I want you to do is use a journal to write what comes up for you. So you're identifying your limiting beliefs. And then once you've identified a bunch of limiting beliefs, all your limiting beliefs that are not serving you, then do the energy work to shift them and align them with new positive beliefs, and to really begin to transform your mindset around this stuff. And to do this, I then want you to do a wealth consciousness practice every day. It's absolutely crucial. You need to throw everything that you've got at this. And so I'm going to talk you through that now. And the key with this, like with anything actually, is you need to be consistent with your practice. So I want you to do this daily. And one of my favorite things to do, and I learned this from Denise Duffield Thomas, the author of Get Rich Lucky Bitch, this wealth consciousness practice, I love it. So every day is to write down a list of all the money that comes into your life. Track every penny, whether it is from your salary, gifts, money in the street, I am being serious, bonuses, or an inheritance, big or small. Track it every day and feel good and grateful about it, because you are working with the universal laws here. So by paying close attention to all those extra little bits and pieces of money that come your way, you will start to activate the law of attraction, because like attracts like. So the more money you realize you have, the more money will start flowing to you. So this takes you out of focusing on the lack of money, the debt, where you send a signal out to the universe of lack, and so you're going to attract more and more of the same. So also track everything else of value that comes into your life that might not be money. It could be gifts, savings, discounts, things you receive for free, like when your friends buy you a glass of wine. I'm attracting a lot of wine at the moment, getting lots of lovely free glasses of wine. And by noting these down, you might actually realize you get more free stuff than money. So you might need to switch your focus to manifest more money. And please make a commitment to track your money every day for at least a month, because what gets measured gets improved. I know this when I do this, it works. I get excited and grateful about what is coming to me. And the first time I did it, I got an extra £800 from an unexpected source. I couldn't quite believe my eyes. So 30 days, track. I can share my tracker with you. Again, pop a comment in the box if you'd like the tracker to say tracker 2. Because this is about knowing how much money that you are manifesting so that you can attract more. And it is such a big topic and a game changer for people. And we do lots of this in my programs, as mastering your money mindset is just key. And I'd love to hear what you do to master your money mindset. Do share in the comments below, and share your light bulb moments as well from this training, as I'd love to hear those too. And look forward to seeing all your comments in the posts below. Now, it's bonfire weekend in the UK, so stay safe everybody, and have a great one. I'm off on a trip next week, so my live training will be on the Saturday when I get back, rather than the usual Friday slot, and I'll be full of news from that trip. Meantime, thank you for honouring me with your time. Have a gorgeous weekend, and as usual, I'll pick up the comments in the below as over the weekend if I've missed it here. But thank you so much for joining me, and I look forward to speaking to you all soon. Take care. Bye bye.